As the moon hangs low, casting an eerie glow over Camp Crystal Springs, the dense forest seems to close in around you. Every shadow hides the potential for danger. The haunted whisper of the wind carries distant screams and the faint sound of a dripping lake. Ahead, you see three options. 1. The old cabin. Its wooden structure is decrepit and overgrown with vines. Faded letters on a sign spell out counselor's quarters. 2. The boathouse, a wooden structure perched at the edge of the dark, still lake. The boats are old, half-sinking remnants of a time long past. 3. The forest path, a narrow, winding trail deeper into the forest shrouded in darkness. The rustling of leaves suggests unseen eyes watching your every move. Choose wisely, for Jason Voorhees is not far behind.
I strut towards the old cabin, eyes gleaming with excitement. Let's light this place up and flush out whatever's hiding. I hurl a small fireball at the cabin's roof to start a controlled blaze and create a distraction.
I grunt, stepping in front of the party with my shield raised. Stay behind me, you lot! I'll take point, no surprises on my watch. I move cautiously, eyes darting between the shadows, ready to bash anything that moves.
I dart ahead and whisper, "I'll check for traps while you two make a scene," before sneaking into the old cabin through a side window, eyes alert and dagger ready.
I step forward, the chill of death in my voice as I utter. We tread near the boundary between life and oblivion. I cast Detect Undead, hoping to reveal any lurking spirits or undead threats within the old cabin.
As Pyra's fireball explodes against the roof of the old cabin, flames lick up the wooden beams, casting eerie, dancing shadows. The crackling fire reveals 4 skeletal figures, their eyes glowing with malevolent light, crawling out of the cabin's decrepit doorway. Their bony fingers clutch rusted weapons ready to strike. Thoradin, shield raised, braces as the first skeleton lunges at him with a jagged, broken blade. With a swift raise of his shield, he blocks the attack and shoves the skeleton back, causing it to stagger. Wisp, inside the cabin, spots a skeleton creeping behind Thoradin. With a glint of determination, he throws his dagger, catching the skeleton in the eye socket, shattering its skull instantly. It collapses into a pile of decaying bones. The ground quakes slightly as Seraph's spell reveals an even darker presence within the cabin, an ethereal specter floating ominously, its hollow eyes fixed.
I ignite a nearby tree, setting it ablaze, and push it toward the remaining skeletons to create a fiery barrier. Time to turn the heat up.
I bellow a battle cry. Face me, you bony cowards! And charge at the nearest skeleton with my shield, aiming to bash it into the fiery barrier created by Pyra.
I nimbly roll through the cabin's debris to get behind the ethereal specter and, with a mischievous grin, murmur, "Let's see if you can handle a little spectral surprise," as I sprinkle a handful of enchanted dust, hoping to reveal any hidden vulnerabilities.
I sense the spectre's growing malevolence, and with cold determination, I raise my holy symbol and cry out, "Begone, wretched soul, find your peace in the void." I cast Turn Undead to banish the spectre and any remaining skeletons.
The heat from Pyra's blazing tree engulfs the remaining skeletons, causing them to stumble and collapse into smoldering heaps. Thoradin's shield bash crushes one skeleton's skull, sending it into the flames where it disintegrates. The fiery barrier roars, making escape impossible for the remaining undead. Inside the cabin, Wisp's enchanted dust clings to the ethereal specter, revealing glowing cracks in its form. It snarls, furious energy spilling out, but before it can strike, Seraph's voice cuts through the chaos like a death knell. The holy symbol flares with righteous light as his Turn Undead spell emanates a powerful wave of force. The specter lets out a wailing scream, its form twisting and writhing before it shatters into 1,000 glowing shards, vanishing into nothingness. The remaining skeletons crumble to dust, their malevolent energy dispelled. The cabin smolders.
I glance around, the flickering light of the flames illuminating the night. Let's not waste this perfect bonfire, I smirk, and begin spreading the fire to burn out any potential hiding spots around the cabin.
I grunt, wiping sweat from my brow. I'll secure the perimeter, I mutter, stomping towards the forest path, ears keen for any roaming threats.
I flip out of the smoldering cabin and land beside Thoradin with a sly grin. "Let's see if any of these bone brains drop something shiny," I chuckle, crouching down to search the ashes for any useful loot or clues.
I step through the smouldering remains, my eyes scanning the darkness, and whisper, "The spirits of this place are restless. We must stay vigilant." I cast Detect Magic to uncover any hidden magical items or wards within the area.